I think everyone have entered. Shall I start, pa? Yes. We'll start. Sir. Yeah, okay. We'll start with the 9th question now. Sorry. Yes, wobble hypothesis. Now, do you remember what is wobble hypothesis? I have already told. See, for example, if I'm taking around 10 sequences, if the first and the second sequence or the first and the second base pair is degenerate, or it can be coded by more than one codon, I think the third will be the wobble base. That we call it as wobble hypothesis. Now, who explained wobble hypothesis? Do you have any idea? Please reply in the chat section. Who explained wobble hypothesis? I have got only one answer. I want all of you to reply. Either correct or wrong, no matter. You please reply. Yes, Franz F. Hetzi Crick will explain about the wobble hypothesis. It states that the two position of a triplet codon on mRNA have a precise pairing with the base of the RNA. Yes, that is, as I have already told. Yeah, as I've already told, if the first and the second base pair can be coded by more than one codon, the third will be obviously the wobble base. Have you all understood this question? 9th one, wobble hypothesis. Please do reply. If you have doubts, you please ask that. If you don't have any doubts, you please tell no doubts. Okay, we'll go to the 10th question now. Which one of the following pairs of terms or names mean one the same thing? You have to just match which are the two words that they have given, and the same option is actually matching correct. Now, we'll come to this first option, gene pool and genome. Which is the correct? Is this correct? Gene pool and genome? No. Gene pool is indicating the entire set of genes present in a population, and genome is indicating the entire set of genes in an individual. Please remember, gene pool is with respect to the entire population. Genome is with respect to only one individual. So codon is actually the cistron, and gene has to be triplet. Option B and option C are reversed. I think in that way it is correct. And I think DNA fingerprinting and DNA profiling, it is same, as I have already told, and I also told you people to mark it as very important because we'll be discussing it here. I think it is correct. So which is the correct option? Option D. Option D, DNA fingerprinting and DNA profiling, it is same. Yeah. I think here's the solution. Gene pool is the, yes, as I've already told, gene pool is with respect to the population and genome is with respect to the individual. Cistron is the coding sequence and gene is the codon is actually triplet, and cistron is the one gene unit. So I think DNA fingerprinting and profiling is correct. We'll go to the 11th one. What is true about tRNA? It binds with an amino acid at its 3' end. It has 5 double-stranded regions. It had a codon at one end which recognizes the anticodon on messenger RNA. It looks like clover leaf in the 3-dimensional structure. You please reply. 11th, 11, you please reply the answer as 11 dot the correct option. Make it fast so that I don't get jumbled here. So you please reply along with the question number along with the option. I have got only 3 replies. Almost there are 9 participants. I want all the 9 of you to reply. I have got only 4. I think Shashank has replied. Sahana have not replied. Lydia, you have not replied. Ayman also. Make it as soon as possible. Read the question properly and then answer. So I think the answer is displayed already on the slide. It has a clover leaf-like structure. That is why we call it as the adopter molecule. I think this is very much straight question. Shall we move on to the 12th question now? Shall I start 12th one? Okay, now I'll unmute all of you. Please speak up. We'll go to the 12th one now. What is the 12th question? Okay, which one of the following codons codes for the same information as UGC? Now, you have to be very much specific at this kind of. What is the thing that you have to understand? See, UGC will code for an amino acid called as cysteine. Please make a note of it. UGC will code for an amino acid called as cysteine. Now, out of all the 4 options, you have to just check which codon will code for cysteine. Now, you please reply the answer along with the question number. Make it fast. We'll see who will reply first. I have already told UGC will code for an amino acid cysteine. Now, which is the correct answer in the given 4? I have got only 4 replies. 5th one. Yes. We'll just check on to the solution. We'll check how many of you are correct. Yes, UGU. People who told first option, that is they are correct. UGC will code for cysteine and UGU will also code for cysteine, and that is how it is. UGU. So I think I hope it is clear for all of you. We'll go on to the 13th question now. Yes, I want all of you to read the question, analyze the options, and then reply the answer. Meanwhile, I'll also read the question. Please remember, listen to that carefully. During protein synthesis, that is at the translation process. So during protein synthesis in an organism, at one point, the process comes to halt. That is, there is a termination of transcription now. Select a group of 3 colors, select a group of 3 codons from the following, from which any one of the 3 could bring about this halt. Now, out of the given 4 options, you have to select an option in such a way that the process of translation will be stopped. So to stop a process, you require which type of codon? You require nonsense codon. So which is the correct option? I have got only 2 replies for 13th question. Please, I have got 3. 4th one is done. Please, I want all of you to reply, whether it is wrong or right, that's okay. You have to just check with the nonsense codon in the given 4 options. Okay. Let me check. We'll just check with an answer. I think all of you have told option C, and that is also correct. UAG, UGA, UAA. all these three of that is the codons which are present in the third option are regarded as a nonsense codon, and they are set to stop the process. I think that is correct. UAG, UGA, UAA. So do you have any doubts in this question? Please say yes or no, or else I'll go to the next one. Okay, we'll start with the next one, 14th one. Okay, the total number of nitrogenous base in human genome is estimated to be about. Now, what is the thing that you have to understand? Please read the question carefully and also the options. I'll explain it to you people one more time, don't worry. I want all of you to tell the answer. Okay. See, what is that main thing you have to understand? I'm just asking with the total number of nitrogenous base, and it is a standard thing. It is human genome. That company which have done this project have openly told that there are 3.1 billion nitrogenous base that is present. I think it is a standard thing that you have to remember. So that there's no other explanatory part for this question. It is a standard thing. 3.1 billion number of nitrogen bases there in the human genome. We'll move to the 15th question. Yes. Which one of the following pairs is correctly matched with regard to the codon and the amino acid coded by it? All of you, those who have made a note on this uh, question number 13, where we discussed for nonsense codons, and question number 12, we discussed for cysteine. I think you can just analyze here. Please be. Which one of the following pairs is correctly matched with regard to the codon and the amino acid coded by it? Okay, here's a solution. Let me start with this. Valine is one of 20 proteogenic amino acids. Its codon is GUU, GUC. You have to please make a note of it. I think I probably sending this in a group. I think you can make a note of it later. So please, for as of now, you understand. You just directly come to the next one, last one. Fifth point. L-alanine is second only to leucine. Lysine codons are triple A and double A, that is AAG. Lysine is a base, as are arginine and histidine. So which is the correct option now? Fifteenth question. I have got only two answers. AUG will code for cysteine. Is that correct? Because I've already told UGC and UGU will code for cysteine. Please, I think the solution is also displayed. You have to just check with the answer. It is AM, that is lysine. Second option is actually correct because cysteine has only two things that I have already told. UGC and UGU is the one thing that is actually operating with the cysteine. So for this question, AM, that is lysine, is the correct one. The M, again, it will come down to the wobble base. It is of again, the you have to understand the wobble hypothesis. In that way, it is correct. We'll move on to the 16th question. Yes, here's the question. What is the error in the above diagram? Option A, arrows are wrongly depicted. Option B, polarity is incorrect. And option C, both arrows and polarity are incorrect. Option D, none of this. So please just check. Put the question number along with the answer option so that I'll get to know. So now we start analyzing. I request all of you to listen here. What is the error in the above diagram? Now, arrows are wrongly depicted. Is that correct? Arrows are wrongly depicted. Yes, I think arrows are slightly they're wrongly depicted. Is the polarity incorrect? Just check polarity 3 prime and 5 prime. Is it correct? Both arrows and polarity are incorrect and none of the above. You should just check here. I think polarity is yeah, it is you have to just check with the polarity. Yeah, let me go over the solution. The figure below is the replicating fork of a DNA. The figure is representing the replication fork stage of a DNA in the process of DNA replication. The DNA replication takes place in 5 prime to 3 prime. See, say for example, it has to take place from 5 prime to 3 prime. Yeah, it is stating here also you can take 5 prime to 3 prime. It is actually correct. On the leading strand, DNA replication is continuous, while on lagging strand, DNA replication is discontinuous. That is also correct. The polarity of the lagging strand, see here, the polarity of the lagging strand is incorrect. It is wrong. The polarity is actually wrong. What would be the correct diagram? We have it here. See, I hope you have got it. Lagging strand, 3 prime to 5 prime. So this is what the thing that you have to understand. See, both the strands are anti-parallel. In one strand, carbon of sugar are in 3 prime to 5 prime direction, and in the other carbon of sugar are in 3 5 prime to 3 prime direction. I hope it is clear for all of you. Let me go with the 17th question if you don't have any doubts. Yes. What is the question? Tata box. I have already told this Tata box explanation at the time of transcription due while explaining the synopsis. Tata box, it is something like uh, thymine adenine sequences which is present in the eukaryotic promoter. I think you need not worry so much about it. See, let me tell you something about this Tata box. I hope I'm audible to all of you. Please listen to this carefully. Tata box will be generally 25 to 35. So it is not exactly 25 or exactly 50 or exactly 75 or 200. It is in between. So that is 25 to 35. So out of which is the correct option for 17th one? I want all of you to reply it in the chat section, putting the question number along with the option. I have already told. Yes, that is 25 base pairs. Tata box of a eukaryote promoter lies about 25 base pairs upstream of the transcription start site. That is correct. But I'm not telling 25 is the exact answer. It can be from 25 to 35. So we'll go on to the 18th question. Do you have any doubts regarding 17th question? You have to reply at least. If you have any doubts, if you don't have any doubts, you please reply no so that I can move on to the next question. Okay, we'll go to the 18th question now. Select the correct option. So I think direction of RNA synthesis is given in the one column and direction of reading of the template strand is given at the one column. So I want all of you, this A, B, C, and D, just check all the options and tell which is the correct option. Now I'll just give you a minute of time. We'll just go to the next one then. 18th one, option A. Please just check for one more time. Okay, let me tell this. See, RNA synthesis will always takes place from 5 prime to 3 prime. So there are two options here. Option A is also 5 prime to 3 prime, and option C is also 5 prime to 3 prime. But you have to be very careful. So now I have deleted the second option and the fourth option. I'm not considering that. I'm just considering the first and the third option. Now what is, I think you have to understand. See here, in the first option, the template strand, it is running from 3 prime to 5 prime, and in the third option it is from 5 prime to 3 prime. So now what is, I think you have to understand, if the direction of RNA synthesis is from 5 prime to 3 prime, the direction of reading of template DNA strand will be from 3 prime to 5 prime. So which is the correct option now? Option 1, that is option A, that will be the correct answer. Please check. The solution is that the new strands of DNA are formed in the 5 prime to 3 prime direction from 3 prime to 5 prime template DNA by the addition of deoxyribonucleotides to the 3 prime end of the primer RNA. I hope it is clear for all of you. Is it clear? Okay. We'll go to the next one. 19th one. Which one of the following represents a palindromic sequence? What is palindromic sequence? I'm just going to unmute all of you. Please answer. What is palindromic sequence?
Which contains reverse repeats around.
What is palindromic sequence? Am I audible to all of you? Please answer. What is palindromic sequence? You have
Sequences having reverse repeats.
to.
Sequences having reverse repeats.
Apart from that, who else can answer? What is palindromic sequence? Give an example, general example apart from this genetic thing.
Malayalam.
Yes, very good. Let me explain it here now. Palindromic sequence, say for example, if you just take, say, let me explain it. Say there is a word called as mom. So when you read it from the beginning, it will be M-O-M, and from the ending also it is M-O-M. So this type of things we call it as palindromic sequence. Now you please just check in the given option and tell me which is the correct one. We'll just come to this first option. See, in the first option, from 5 prime to 3 prime, it is GAATTC. And also from 5 prime to 3 prime, again it is GAATTC. So I think first option is correct. And if you remember under biotechnology chapter, GAATTC, it is the recognition site of Escherichia coli bacteria. I think we have already explained, this is already done in the biotechnology chapter, GAATTC. And second, third, and fourth option, if you read, I think you don't get the exact sequence that palindromic condition has to be satisfied, but only the first option is satisfied. Say here, follow me, follow all of you, just listen here. From 5 prime, it is GAATTC, and also from 3 prime to 5 prime, it is from 5 prime to 3 prime, it is GAATTC. I hope it is clear for all of you. Is it clear? 19th one. Please do reply. Is that clear, or should I explain it for one more time? Okay, I'll move to the 20th question now, hoping that you don't have any other doubts. Yes, there are three genes. Uh, Let me explain this. Okay, there are three genes into my question. Okay, so now listen, there are three genes, namely A, B, and C. There is a percentage of crossing over between A and B, it is 20%, B and C is 28%, and A and C is 8%. What is the sequence of genes on chromosomes? I think you can easily find out the C. The distance, you have a diagrammatic representation here, C. What is that? From B to C, it is 28%. So this is the longest distance. From B to A, it is 20%, and from A to C, it is 8%. So which is the correct option now? I want all of you to reply now. Which is the correct option for 20th? Put the question number along with the option. I have just got only 3 replies. I want all of you to reply. Yes. Is that clear for all of you? I think it is very much easier. So 28% is the greater number. That is, you have to arrange it like that. And 20 plus 80 will always give rise to 28. So I think this is also done. We'll go with the 21st question. See, this question is it is slightly related to Erwin Chargaff's rule. What according to that Erwin Chargaff's rule states, the number of purines is always equal to the number of adenine. When you don't have the exact number, I think you can just check. You can just check with you can just equate it to 100. Now, there is 30% of adenine bases in the sample of DNA extracted from the eukaryotic cell is adenine. What percentage of cytosine is present in the DNA? So now you tell me, adenine is of 30%. So thymine will be how much percent? I'm just asking only thymine. Please reply in the chat section. If adenine is 30%, what is the percentage of thymine? That is correct. If adenine is always equal to thymine. So 30 plus 30, it is 60. What is 100 minus 60? It is 40. 40 divided by 2 will be the 20. So 20% of cytosine will be there in the given amount of DNA. I think you can easily just refer the solution. So 20% is the answer. Why? 30% is of adenine. So 30% is of thymine. So if cytosine is 20, guanine will also be 20. So 30 plus 20, it is 50. Again 30 plus 20, it is 50. So I hope it is clear. I'll go to the next one. 22nd question. Read the following 4 statements. In transcription, adenosine pair with uracil. Is this correct? Next, regulation of lac-operon by repressor is referred to as positive regulation. The human genome has approximately 50,000 genes. Hemophilia is a sex-linked recessive gene. Which are the statements correct? So, okay, they're asking which are the statements that is correct. Okay, now you tell me, in transcription, adenine will pair with uracil? Definitely no. In transcription, it has to only just produce the mRNA. So I think there is no pairing business, like adenosine has to pair with uracil to form a double bond. There is no such thing. Regulation of lac-operon by repressor is referred to as positive regulation. That is correct. The human genome has approximately 50,000 genes. No, has approximately, I think, No, humans, it has almost around 3.1 billion genes. So I think first option, like in transcription, adenosine pairs with uracil and hemophilia is a sex-linked recessive disease. That is correct. So now I am just telling it for one more time. Out of A, B, C, D, that is the statements that they have given, first statement is correct and the fourth statement is correct. So how many statements are correct? So it is option A, that is two statements are correct. There are two statements, that is regulation of lac-operon by repressor is referred as negative regulation. It is not a positive regulation. Human genome has approximately 30,000 genes and it is not 50,000 genes. So I think first in transcription, adenosine pairs with uracil is correct, and hemophilia is also a sex-linked disease, that is sex-linked recessive disease. That is correct. We'll go with the 23rd question. This is very easy. The chemical lives of DNA are, or enzyme that cleaves nucleic acid within the polynucleotide chain is known as which one? Which cuts the DNA at specific site. Which is that enzyme? I want all of you to reply for 23rd. Make it fast. Yes, it is endonucleases. Endonuclease will cut the DNA at a specific part. There is a, what is that specific part? We call it as recognition site. Recognition site is symbolized by the presence of palindromic sequences. So all these things again we have to study in the biotechnology chapter. I'll explain at that time how exactly the process will be done. I hope no one have doubt in this 23rd question. Let me go with the 24th question. Nucleotides are building blocks of nucleic acids. Each nucleotide is composite molecules formed by base, sugar. I think this question is base, sugar, OH group, base, sugar, phosphate, and sugar and phosphate. So which is the correct answer? Please reply for this. I have told so many times. Nucleotides is made up of three components. That is nitrogenous base, sugar, and phosphate. I think 24th question. Option, correct option is third one. It is made up of three components. We'll go to the 25th question. Which one of the following groups of codon is called as degenerate? I mean, they are asking with the termination codons. So now you please tell me among the given option, which is the termination codon? Yes, the one with the only three codons, because it is already known there are 64 codons, out of which 61 will code for amino acid, 3 will not code for amino acid. I think I think someone told at that time, Ocker, Opal and all. So see, UAG is regarded as amber, UAA is regarded as Ocker, and UGA is regarded as Opal. So I think you don't have any doubts regarding this question also. 25th question. Do you have any doubts regarding 25th question? Please say yes or no. Okay. So I think all the questions have been discussed of this chapter. I think the selected questions have been discussed. So if you have any doubts regarding this chapter, or if you are solving any of the questions, any other questions, you can please contact me at any other time. I hope you don't have any doubts. Do you have any doubts regarding this chapter?
No, sir.
Please, I have unmuted everyone. You can tell.
No, sir.
ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಜೂನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಡು ಕ್ಯಾರಲ್.
All of you please listen here.
ಕ್ಯಾರಲ್
Announcement.
ರಾತ್ರಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಲ್ಗಿದ್ಯಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನ?
You have to just give a feedback on the session. I think everyone have attended the session from 6:30 to 9:15. I think we are almost done with the 4 sessions. So you please give a feedback regarding the session, or if you need any changes in the session, I think it will be written. You please leave a message. I think it is very important. The feedback is very important. And one more time, I'm asking, if you have any doubts, you can please ask me, or you can just leave a message to me. I'll just get back to you when when I see that text. I hope no one have doubts regarding the session. Do you have any doubts regarding this chapter?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir.
I'll be ending the session now. Thank you for attending the session. The next session will be notified in the WhatsApp group. Before that, you please give a feedback. It is a compulsory for everyone who have attended. After this, immediately you please give a feedback. Thank you for attending. Thank you, Prakash.